What's going on, people? It's Emmanuel for Altenor Media. Now, I have to talk about one of my favorite shows on TV right now, which is Atlanta. In particular, episode 5, the Barbershop episode, which was a classic. It was just a brilliant episode, although it was a little hyperbolic, but it was just one of the blackest episodes you'll see on TV. So Alfred, Paperboy, he goes to the barbershop to get his hair cut. And he's already at the barbershop waiting to get his hair cut. And then his barber, what's his name, Bibby, strolls in, minutes later, late. He's on the phone. He's not even paying attention to Paperboy. So they already got off to the wrong foot. He's busy on the phone. Paperboy he's impatient, but that's his barber. So, he puts up with it. Then Bibby gets a call, so now he has to leave the shop, and Paperboy is forced to go with him. You would think, Paperboy usually has a temper. So you're expecting him to, snap at any moment now. So they go over to his girl's house. Paperboy even, takes the blame for Bibby when his girl asks him, why he's late and all that stuff. And then Bibby cuts, the little boy's hair before his hair. And then after that, right before he's cutting Paperboy's hair, the lights go out, so they have to run out of there. So they're back on the road again. And again, you think Paperboy's going to snap at that point. No. So he promises to feed him. So now they're driving to go get something to eat. Or Paperboy thinks. So he brings him to this house that's under construction. He goes in there. Reluctantly, Paperboy is pissed off, but he hasn't snapped yet. So they go inside. He gives him some old, half-eaten microwave food. Then he has him picking up some lumber. And still, after they pick up the lumber, Paperboy still hasn't had enough. So as they're leaving, now the homeowner comes up. She's threatening to call a cop. So Paperboy is already on probation. So not only is he wasting his time, now he's, his freedom is at risk. You would think he would snap at this point or even just walk away. Nah. He's still there. So they're driving back. Paperboy is like, take me back to the damn shop. Paperboy is pissed off. So they're driving. And then Bibby ends up seeing his son who's coming from school. He pops a U-turn. Got the car rolling crazy around the street. They stop in, they pick up the son. Now he makes Paperboy, give some kind of lecture and all that stuff. Paperboy is reluctant. Again, the son is cracking on Paperboy's unfinished haircut. So, but you can see that Paperboy, even though he's really frustrated, he gives, the kids a little bit of advice. All right, so at that point, they're in the car. Are they finally going back to the shop so Paperboy can get his hair cut? Now, they're driving. Baby is not paying attention to the road. He's still chewing his son out and all that stuff. They're driving. They're telling him, watch the road, watch the road. You're going to kill us. He's like, if you kill me, I'm going to F you up. So they're driving. Lo and behold, he's not watching the road. Boom. They run into they rear end a car. So now not only is he, he wasted his day, he got him in trouble with the police, twice now, almost, he could get him in trouble, 2 times now. And now he's involved in a hit and run. First he wants Paperboy to hop in the driver's seat of his car. And then he doesn't want to go to jail, so he just scoots. Again, he pops that, he drives right past the accident, the lady's hurt and all that. So now they finally get to the shop. Now you would think that Bibby is like, yeah, let me cut his hair now. Let me just get it done. But he gets a call, and now, again, he's trying to dip off again. After all this time, now Paperboy, he finally had enough. He hems Bibby up, and he's like, Bibby is like, let's give you that haircut. Because Bibby was like, I left something in my car, I'll be right back. But Paperboy was not having it now. It took him an entire day to finally snap. Now they get in the chair, boom. He cuts Paperboy up real nice, gives him that fresh cut like nobody could. So you can tell that that bond between Barber and his client is a strong bond. And Paperboy knows that nobody knows his hair, can cut his hair like his barber can. So that's why he put up with everything throughout that entire day. Because he could have went to any other barbershop. He could have left him at any point. But that's his barber. He can't risk his hair to leave that barber alone. And I think Bibby himself knows how valuable he is to Paperboy. So he takes advantage of it. So they're in like a kind of abusive relationship where Bibby knows he can take advantage of Paperboy because no one can cut his hair like he can, and Paperboy knows that no one can. He knows that Paperboy knows that. So he's taking full advantage of it. Just like he's taking advantage of, the woman who he was with, whose house he was at. He's taking advantage of Paperboy because he knows that he's valuable to Paperboy. So boom, he finishes cutting his hair. He reluctantly, he was going to walk out and not pay him. But the way, Bibby, charmed him again. So he threw the money at him and paid him. So the next scene, Paperboy walks in, which is probably like 2 weeks later. You think he's going to get a haircut from Bibby. So he walks into the shop, and then Bibby is like getting ready for him. Then he walks past Bibby and goes to another barber. And Bibby looks like him like, oh, so you think you just gonna walk away from me now? We'll see how this works out for you. So Paperboy sits down, and he's looking at Bibby like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna put up with that shit no more. You're not the only barber in the world. You're not gonna be taking advantage of me, just because you're my barber. So when he sits down, and then his new barber asks him what haircut he wants and how low he wants it, that's when, and he doesn't know how to respond to that. That's when it sinks into him that, he needs Bibby no matter what, even though Bibby is, always late, he's inconsiderate, he's a messed up dude. No one knows him like Bibby knows him. Bibby doesn't need all that instruction. Bibby probably tells him, this is going to look better on you, try this and all that. And the new barber, doesn't know that. The bond between a man and his barber, it's a strong bond. And Paperboy knows this. At the end, he's just looking at Bibby. But if you pay attention, Bibby is not even worried about him after that, because Bibby knows that Paperboy is going to be back. He knows Paperboy is going to be back because he's the barber. He knows him like no other. And Paperboy is just feeling hurt. After everything Bibby put him through, you could tell he misses Bibby. He wants to go back into that chair and get that cut. So I thought it was just an amazing episode, how they did it. Of course, yeah, it was hyperbolic, but that bond between a man and his barber, it was brilliant. And the way they showed, it was kind of an abusive relationship. But Bibby was just so valuable to him that even at the end he wanted to go back. So that's why this show is just brilliant. The Robbin season has been great. You know, episode 4 was hard to watch, but it was still a very good episode. Now, I can't wait for episode 6, which is going to be Darius's episode, and they're saying this one is going to be, you know, commercial free, so that should be a crazy episode also. So let me know what y'all thought about, you know, the Barbershop episode 5 of Atlanta, the Robbin season. You know, thanks for watching. I'm Emmanuel. Peace.